Hello, my friends. This is Heather. Welcome back to another episode of the Back to Me podcast. And remember that game on PlayStation called Sims? Well, I will tell you why this came into my brain, but we're talking today about why Sims is just no way to live your life. Have a listen. Let me know what you think. Take care. Hi, my friends. Welcome. This is the Back to Me podcast, and this is Heather, and I am super excited that you're here. You are going to hear some tips and some tricks and some ideas to help you live your happiest and healthiest self. I call it Back to Me because when you are taking care of yourself, back to me, then you can take better care of others, and we can all make the world a better place. This is Wellness Your Way, and I am super happy that you're here. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I hope you are having an awesome day as always. I don't know what it's like where you are right now, but at the time that I'm doing this, if you watch this later or listen to this later, it's humid, it's hot, it's almost like it's the end of July and it's super sticky, which is unusual because it's only the 1st of June. And we went from relatively temperate temperatures to suddenly hot, and someone turned down the thermostat. But really, at the same time, I was having a conversation earlier today with actually when I live stream a little Tai Chi class on Wednesday mornings to all the socials. If you're looking for it, just search me out, Energy and Flow Studio. And I was commenting on how we were complaining not so long ago about how cold it was. So, welcome summer. We're so happy you're here. We've been waiting for you. So, don't lock yourselves inside in your air conditioned homes when you waited all winter for it to be summer. And that's an interesting little segue right there, totally by accident, because today's topic is about how Sims is no way to live your life. And the human brain is so amazing and fabulous. And this topic came to my mind because recently I was speaking with a colleague of mine. She has a pond in her backyard, and she and her husband were doing the clean out and the things that you have to do to maintain a pond. And it cast my mind back to quite a number of years ago. I owned a home that had a pond in the backyard. And at that time, I worked in the corporate world. I was a financial executive in the corporate world. And I drove the commute, an hour each way. And I did the things that you do when you work in a corporate job, worked long hours and drove long distances and had a nice house, but I never got to spend any time at it. But the thing that came to my mind was, do you remember PlayStations? They're probably still around, aren't they? So we had a PlayStation and we had a game called Sims. And if you don't know what Sims is, I think it was short for simulated life or something like that. Someone will come and tell me what it means later, what it meant later. But the idea was you had a character, you had a little diamond over your head that said who you were, and you went through life. You had a house, so you did things to furnish your house, and you visited people, and you had a garden, but you had to do the things that you do in life. You were supposed to feed yourself, you were supposed to go to the bathroom, even although they fuzzed out when you were in your bathroom. You had to take a shower, you had to sleep, you had to do all the things that normal people do, which is interesting because you were pretending to be someone doing the things that people do every day in their lives: eating, sleeping, taking care of themselves, cleaning the kitchen, doing the gardening, doing the laundry, meeting friends, going to work. So it's fascinating, just as a whole social commentary, that maybe at some point I'll explore, of why we made a video game out of living life. And The reason that it came to my mind as this is not a way to live your life is because I have a small story to tell you. So I lived in this house and I came, I had a very busy job, always had lots to do, always worked long hours. And I would drive home. It's a long drive, it was a long commute. And I would get home and I'd be really tired. So to de-stress myself, what would I do? I would go down into the basement, into the family room to play just a little, just a quick video game before dinner. And I remember this one instance where I was playing Sims of all things. I was playing the game of living your real life in a video game. And my partner at the time came home and he said, came downstairs and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just playing a game." And he said, "Have you had dinner?" And I realized that it was like 9:30 at night or something like that. I had been there since I got home. I had been playing this game where I was looking after this fake digital person who was a representation of me instead of taking care of myself. I hadn't eaten dinner. I hadn't even changed out of my work clothes. I was still wearing a suit and I'm sitting in the basement and I'm playing Sims, pretending real life. But, you know, in a video game, of course, everything's easier. You just click a button and the dishes are done, or you click a button and food appears. But at the same time, um, I wasn't taking care of myself. It's not that hard to take care of yourself. It just takes consistency. It takes awareness of the things that you need to take care of yourself. So use this. Don't do this. Don't go out and play Sims all day and not eat or take out or change out your work clothes or, you know, find a different way to de-stress. But so what happens is sometimes we have these avoidance techniques because we just need a break. And I totally get that. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just need a break. But make sure that when you take a break that you're not taking away from yourself in some other way, right? It would have been fine if I just gone and played half an hour, but it's designed to keep you there and to keep you sucked in. So have a way to press pause on whatever that is if it's taking you away from something else. But then at the same time, so if you recognize that some of the things that you're using to avoid uh, anything, I had so many thoughts just pop into my head right there. So instead of just habitually going to the things that you use when you need to de-stress yourself, or if you just need a break, have a pause, have a breath, just take a moment and think about what do you actually need right then to make you feel your best? Or what do you need on a regular basis to make you feel your best? And that answer might not come immediately, right? Oh, there's a little bit of thunder outside if you hear crashing. It's that kind of day, humid and thunderstorms. Ooh, how exciting. Hopefully the power stays on. So, what do you need on a regular basis to be your happiest, healthiest self? Maybe you need more sleep. Maybe you need to change up your diet a little bit. Maybe not to say eat more or eat less. Um, sometimes it's just what we're eating is doing us in. I know that there was a book club recently talking about the book Breaking Up with Sugar. That's a super hard one. I've done it once or twice. I've fallen off the wagon. But think about the things that what would make you feel really good? Instead of thinking of the things you don't want to do, what would make you feel really good? Do more of those things. Maybe you do want to play a video game. I play video games sometimes, but knowing me, I have to set a timer to tell myself and stop and keep my promise to myself that I will stop at that time, right? So keep that promise to yourself that this is how long I will spend just for a little reset and then I'll be done. And when you start implementing into your life more of the things that are going to make you feel good, make you be your best, then you will find your world might shift. It might be easier for you to do those things, those life things that sometimes are chores. It might be easier for you to, I talk about the 6 areas of wellness. I talk about, um, there is a physical wellness where I love the physical wellness world, obviously, because I've been in it for a little while as a massage therapist and yoga teacher and personal trainer and all those things. But physical wellness, there is also relationship wellness. There's financial wellness. There's professional wellness. There's emotional wellness and spiritual wellness. You almost got me there. I almost forgot one. But at any moment, it could be one of those things needs more attention than the other. And that's okay. It's living your real life. This whole episode is all about live your real life the way you want your life to be lived, so that when you get to the end of the day, you feel like, yeah, I did a good job today being me and doing the things I want to do in the world, or at the end of the month, or at the end of the year, or at the end of the end, right? Live in a way that you can be your best, so you can bring your best to the world. And that might mean saying no to some things, and it might mean saying yes to some things that might be a little scary, which is okay. Being scared is okay. I'm scared all the time. No, really, I am. But I don't let it stop me. Just a little flutter in the stomach. I can handle that, right? And this is a shout out to you. If you are having a hard time, or if you just want to talk to somebody about, maybe you don't even know where to start. Oh my gosh, I've been there too. I would be more than happy. I'd be thrilled to have a conversation with you if you want to have a chat with me. You can find all the info in my links somewhere in the show notes, in the chats, or you can just look me up, prosperityflowcoaching.com. And oh yes, I'm Heather from prosperityflowcoaching.com. I hope you have an amazing week. By the way, this Friday's podcast, if you're checking out the podcast episodes, is Jackie Cote, who, I love saying this, of no fixed address. She's a coach, but she's living a total life of freedom, my friends. She's just living in an RV and coaching and having an amazing life. So check out that episode, because you'll want to hear how she managed it. I hope you have an amazing week. Please take care of yourselves. Please reach out to me if you need some assistance. Just a conversation, just checking in and seeing how you are. Have a great week, my friend. Take care. I will see you soon. Hi, my friend. Thanks so much for listening to this entire podcast. If you found it useful and you're like me and you like helping others, please feel free to share this. Just give it a like, give it a comment. If you found something useful in it, there's a chance that someone else will find something useful as well. Also, if you have any questions at all, I can absolutely help, and I would love to help. You can email me at heather@prosperityflowcoaching.com. If you want more of this awesome content, you can follow me on Instagram, Heather Stewart Coaching. You can follow me on Facebook, Prosperity Flow Coaching. And I have a personal request. I want to help as many people as I can with these podcasts. And if you could give me a review, hopefully a good one, if you could share, if you could send this out into the world, I would truly appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope that you find your way to wellness by getting back to me. Take care, my friend.